Yo, shout out to the younger me that couldn't get these in 1990. Everything running concurrent.
And then what we have here is the Pearl. This to me is like a shout out to Omar. This feels like a No Ideas original, like perfect shoe for the fan base. I'm definitely getting these.
Yo, shout out to Jinx for shouting me out on the Sneakers App live stream the other day. Greatly appreciate it. Also, shout out to Jinx for inviting me to the event he was DJing for the Clipse. Yo, Jinx has a trillion jobs. Me and Jinx had a few conversations in the other few places. One thing we have in common is that we from Jersey. So one day I seen him post that he was the voiceover for a crime podcast on Apple. So when I looked at it, I'm like, yo, that was my lawyer. I got all the transcripts from him. Paul Bergeron. If you don't know, Google him. Actually, in the mix of what the podcast is about, he was my lawyer. And yeah, he got 3 life sentences. Yeah, my lawyer got 3 life sentences. But that's something that y'all could Google and check it out on Apple. Wild story, man. Very wild story. People from Jersey know the story because they know it. A lot of people know a few of the people that was in the mix of the actual indictment and all of that and the reason that it happened. But then it bugged me out when I seen Jinx also DJs. Yo, man, gotta have different streams, different hobbies, all to make it happen. Yo, before I forget, few days ago was the 1 year anniversary of the Ludus hat. So what I did is I did a limited restock. Link is in the bio. If you're interested in the hat, definitely hit the link. Yo, if you don't know the backstory on the hat, the movie Trespass that came out 1992-ish with Ice Cube in it. The original name of the movie was Trespass, but while they was filming it in 1992, LA riots happened. There was a lot of looting. So they felt like it was going to mess with the movie. They changed the name from Looters to Trespass. If you look, there's a few pictures floating around. You got Moni Love, you got Ice Cube, and you got Ice-T with the Looters hat on. Do not sleep. Limited restock. Yo, it's a snapback too. I be telling y'all, don't sleep, and then some people sleep and then hit me up and be like, yo, when you gonna do this and do that? That's why it's important for you to subscribe to noideasoriginal.com. You'll never miss out on information like that. Do not let the algorithm dictate what you know that's going on. And if you haven't, like, share, subscribe, and shout out to the dark side, aka the smart side, which is the Patreon, which is also who sees the extended versions of all of these videos. But yo, let's talk about today. Today I get a DM earlier. Emerald Diamond Turfs, 125th Street, JD Sports. So, I often get messages saying, yo, don't let everybody know before you let us know. Via my friends. So they want to be able to grab them. And I'm like, yo, let me know when y'all going. Went, grabbed them, and then I posted. In the mix of posting it, they first of all, they was only trying to let him get 1 pair. He ended up getting 2. He went to snatch somebody up, walk back up there to get 2 more pair. No, this is not for resale. This is just to make sure that all the right people got their pair. That's the thing that we do. If one of us see something, and it's always been like that with my childhood friends too. Yo, such and such is here. Do you want it? I'll get it for you. Boom. It's just easy that way. When he went back, they was like, yo, you got lucky. These do not release to the end of August, and it's quiet. They let him keep the 2 pair, of course, but people was jumping in my DM or under the post when I posted saying it was bullshit. I was giving out false information. That's the good thing about receipts. The receipt showed 2 pair in a JD Sports bag. And you already know K posted this pair. So the proof is in the pudding, man. Sometimes it's all about being in the right place at the right time. Like today, you're in the right place at the right time, because also another fall release that hit online It's the Black Border 95s. UK website, but hey, you want them? They there for you to get now. Here's the link. That's the page. Go to it. Good luck. Yo, with me, I'm not even gonna lie. If I order or get anything early, it's going on foot early. Like, that's just part of this thing of ours and what we do. So shout out to Beamer. Beamer posts a reel earlier talking about the Clipse and cultural inappropriate. Here's the clip.
Clipse's album rollout is not a masterclass. It's not a case study either. This is a capstone, a definitive cultural thesis, the kind that will be dissected in boardrooms, agencies, and yes, even Harvard Business School. Clipse is indeed the last of a dying breed. In a culture obsessed with speed, Clipse move with precision. In a system built on gimmicks, they chose intention. No burner accounts, no TikToks, no challenges, no AI influencers, no phantom views, no shortcuts. Conviction. This is a product that was slow cooked, not microwave. At the heart of this is one very clear strategy. Craft still matters. And Clipse made sure every move honored that truth. They sat with real journalists in an era where artists don't even sit for interviews. They collaborated with Carhartt and Adidas because the materials matched the mission. Now, when faced with censorship, they paid 7 figures to get out of their deal with Def Jam to release a Kendrick Lamar verse intact. And they closed it all out at Tiny Desk, one of the last platforms that actually cares about music. Now, if this is culturally inappropriate, then I damn sure don't want to be right. In a time where everything is optimized for clicks, clout, and vibes, Clipse drop something that's human made. And that's the type of product that will always be in popular demand. Yo, collab cousins, who will have the better rollout, Clipse or the Jack Boys?
Yo, shout out to Beamer. That shit was well worded. That is definitely a masterclass of a rollout. And it's just so funny to me when, yo, shout out to Beamer. That shit was well worded, and that is definitely a masterclass of a rollout that definitely should be studied all over. Yo, I think now, today, in today's history, like all of the cultural inappropriate things and the iconic things of the 80s and the 90s definitely need to be studied in school, especially the way everything is now where people want to be streamers and content creators and just get into media going into school, like how big it is. All of this needs to be studied because I don't even think that people that's in high positions, corporate positions, those type of levels don't even understand that a lot of the things that they try to mimic or they get the stories about at one point was definitely culturally inappropriate, and now it's just being mimicked, and they get mad when some of us that speak our mind about it and how we don't like the way it's being relayed nowadays because it's not being done the right way. Like I said, yo, look at these pictures right here, right? I had a Yamaha R6. That was my first motorcycle, right? KX 125, and I had a Banshee. Y'all never rode them dirt bikes in the street in the dirt. All street action. But that's because of what I seen growing up. I used to see one kid come through, wheelie, new sneakers on, all that shit just flying past the park. And then when you go to New York or Philly, any big place, Baltimore, all over, that shit is big business now. Something that was once culturally inappropriate is big business, makes big money. All the way down to just the fashion shit. I mean, look at Dapper Dan. Look how long that bugs me out too. Look how long it took for them to catch on to that. That really matters. And then sometimes I sit back and I be thinking, like, I think about all types of shit, honestly. Like, my thought process looking at the grapes is like, yo, what made them choose this color for Jordan when it has nothing to do with his uniform? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Or why with certain sneakers, for instance, the Jordan 6, you had Fuck it, we could go to five. We're gonna go to five and a six. So we going to five. We got black metallic, white metallic with the silver tongue, white with the black tongue. Then you got the grapes, right? You got four pair. But then when you turn around and you hit 91, you got the black with the red, you got the white with the red, you got the sport blue, you got the maroon, carmines. You got five pair. Only thing I could think about with that during that time was maybe they gave him five different colors for the simple fact that that's when he won his first NBA title. I don't know. But then when you think about it, then you go up 93, you get the eights. It's like, how was aqua and purple the rollout color with black suede for them sneakers during that time? Like, I'd be wondering what was the process in Tinker's mind to say, yo, this the colorway, we gonna push it out. Well, him and Nike, because you know what I mean, everybody got to report to somebody. But since we speaking on the eights, who's copping the eights next week? Even though I know I asked y'all this already. So I looked at my 2007 pair. Sole is definitely flapping, but I just kept them to keep them, right? And that shit just made me think like, yo, how the 8 is built. And a lot of people talk about how the Jordan 11, the Concord, the patent leather changed the game. The 8 pretty much did the same thing for Jordans in 93. Yo, that's the first Jordan we got with a strap. Where do you see Nike at on that sneaker? You see Air Jordan, right? Neoprene sock, we seen that on the Jordan before. We never seen a Chanel logo on a sneaker. And then Tinker said he wanted to add a little culture to it. So the colors on the side was kind of like a fake graffiti look or something like that. But he basically was in tune to what was going on, and he was just in a different zone to create them shits. And if you asking me, absolutely, I'm buying the eights next week. Yo, yeah, the gray is a little lighter, but hey, man, like stuff like that doesn't make it break me with every sneaker. That's what I'm gonna say. Not with every sneaker. Some sneakers, yeah, but not with that sneaker. I need that pair. Um, Shit, the 2015 pair probably even just dropped now on StockX and all of that. Go wherever you cop them from, being that a new pair is dropping. And if you don't want to get the new pair, go get a 2015 pair. But you would definitely be setting yourself up for a soul reglue in the near future if you do get the older pair. Man, them eights. Yo, 93. Yo, I was sitting here also, you know what was on my mind earlier? Like just going through a list of the top two sneakers from every year that was outside from 90 to 2000. So if we go in 90, I'm going to go to Jordan 5 and I'm going to go to Bo Jackson because that's in 90, you see those sneakers a lot. Also, it's a flight that was crazy in 90. But I'm talking about like pandemonium. We going Bo Jackson and the Jordan 5. Then if we go in 91, we definitely going Hirachi. When it first dropped, the low top, the running joint, girls lost their mind. And I'm only talking about Nikes right now. After that, well, we on 91, so I'm going Jordan 6 and I'm going Hirachi. If we go in 92, I'm going both Hirachis. The flight and the trainer head outside in the headlock. Honorable mention, of course, Jordan. Like he was doing his numbers already. So you would see the Bordeaux outside heavy or the hair color, which is the white color. Me personally, my favorites from 92, if I would have to pick, I'm going to go Hirachi Trainer and then I'm going to go Olympic. 93, Jordan 8, Diamond Turf. Oh, I forgot 92. Another honorable mention. I don't know how it did everywhere else, but here, lost, went crazy. Air Trainer Excel. Summer of the Sneaker of the Summer 1992. Boom, 93. Like I said, Diamond Turf, Jordan 8. 94. Damn, like the nines was outside, but then the tens dropped, but people wasn't going crazy for them like all the other sneakers. I'm not saying people didn't have them, but it was a lot of other shit outside 94 too. That's a good one. For me in 94, let me think about what I had. Oh, CB 94s. That is a given. Top sneaker in 1994. We going 95, Air Max 95, of course. Jordan 11. Yo, we gonna continue to list in the next video, but that's just some shit to think on. And if y'all think about some sneakers in the comment, if y'all think about some sneakers, just put it in the comment from 90 to 95.